Who are you looking at? Hi, this is just a short video to let you know what's going on. I'm a little casual today, sorry. I'm going to post a quiz, a pre-quiz on subject-verb agreement. There'll be some tutorials, there's some handbook information, and you can view the video that I post from one of my classes where we meet actually in Zoom time to discuss grammar and the background of grammar. And there are a bunch of other videos that you might want to look at regarding what standard grammar is. Essentially, I've been sharing with my classes as the foundation of grammar that whatever language you find most natural, and I'm not talking about English or Spanish or any other language, I'm talking about the subpart of English language. So if you're comfortable speaking kind of street lingo or slang or medical jargon or any kind of other language that's English, but has differences from like standard or academic English, there's nothing wrong with any of that. That's what we've been sharing. That's what the videos talk about. Specifically to what's called Black English Vernacular, or nowadays it's called African American Vernacular English. That's a subcultural thing. It's part of American culture, and there's nothing wrong with the grammar that's built into that cultural identity. However, what we teach in the, at the college level is predominantly, not always, predominantly based around standard American English and those grammar rules, so that you can reach the widest audience most effectively. So that's what I've been sharing as videos that you can watch if you're interested. And you can even watch a video, one of the videos on YouTube that talks about the grammar of African American vernacular English, that there is a specific grammar. So when you hear somebody speak what is not typical standard American English, it's not wrong English, it's just different English. So that's a couple of videos that I've shared and talked about. But then we move on to what the standard grammar rules are, and we're starting with subject-verb agreement. And the basics of subject-verb agreement have to do with making sure that whatever's doing something matches what the word, the verb, the doing, or the being is. So the most common verb is the to be verb, which is am, is, are, was, were, been, being. I am Richard. I am Mr. Schmidt. I am a guitar player. I am hungry, whatever it is. You are hungry. That is a guitar. So those verb conjugations are what in present tense can be accidentally misused to be non-standard. So if you heard somebody say, they is stupid, well, you probably won't hear anybody say that, but if they did, that would be a subject-verb agreement problem. Most of the time with subject-verb agreement or disagreement, it comes because there's a very complicated sentence and there's a bunch going on in the sentence. So you get away from the idea of whatever your subject is on one end of the sentence, and then verb comes somewhere later with a bunch of elements in between. It confuses the mind. It makes you say or write something that doesn't match, doesn't agree. So you is my friend is obvious, not agreeing. But if you said the man who owns several pieces of property in many cities have lots of money, that could happen in writing and in speech because the verb have has gotten so far away from the man. The man has lots of money with other elements in between that help the sentence, but it just separates it out. So The to be form of, the forms of to be are the most common uses of verbs in all writing and speaking. I am something, you are something, to describe people. But any of the others, verbs, I have, you have, they have, she, he, or it has. And so the verb form or the verb agreement rule to remember is what I call, sorry here, the he shit rule. He, she, it, he shit rule. And if you can remember that from my vulgarity, then you've got the basic rule for present tense agreement. He, she, or it always has an S or an ES. I rush to work, you rush to work, we rush to work, he, she, or it rushes, ES, to work. I bake every day, you bake every day, he, she, or it bakes every day. And so when you do the exercise, that's what you'd be looking for. You know, the pre-quiz, you're looking, what is the subject? If it's not a he, she, or it, then it's not going to have an S or an ES on its verb form, unless it's spelling, like pass, P-A-S-S. I pass my test all the time. You pass your test. He, she, or it passes. Then we get the extra ES. The others have the S because that's the spelling of the word. Hope that made sense. And look for that pre-quiz, do the pre-quiz, and then I'll come back and explain it, uh, why they are what they are. And you can use that as a study guide to take the real quiz later in the week. Have a great day. I'm going to go play guitar now.